All right, so I'm geeking out because my favorite scene in the movie is the zip line scene. And this is it right here. I didn't know this was the exact location. Talk about how many times you filmed it, and also how did they do that element of it? How did they do that?
Well, they had a pack of Gatorade on my back.
Is that why it was yellow?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, how did they do that?
Yes, and I had a tube that went from my back to, a specific spot on my thigh. And that's how we did that gag. And we had to do it a couple of times, actually.
Yeah.
To get it right.
It went big. It was
we
funny
had to get the right amount to come out.
It went crazy, a couple of those things.
I feel bad for those extras who were down there. That's crazy. Talk about how many times did you have to go across when you did the scene?
Just a couple times, back and forth.
Yeah.
A couple times we had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few times.
Were you freaked out at all? Were you nervous?
No, I'm into that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
couldn't wait to get over so we could see what the heck this one was going to be. Like, this was what we were all waiting for.
Yeah.
Like, because we knew this was the big gag.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was funny as hell.
So good.
You had to see it from up here.
Now we're sitting here. This is so cool. I was just telling you, I just rewatched Set It Off the other day. A masterpiece. F. Gary Gray's an absolute genius.
Yes, he is.
And like seeing you two back on the screen together makes me so happy. But I'm just curious, do you have a favorite memory from that set? And do you still bring it with you today? Like, do you talk about a memory from that set? Uh-oh. I see you laugh.
I'm just laughing because I just remember how young me and F. Gary Gray were. Do you remember we were always at each other?
Y'all were.
We were always at each other, me and Gary.
Really?
Yeah, we were just at each other all the time.
I was too new to even be at anybody. I didn't have enough juice to be at
I
anybody.
don't even know, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just like, Gary, and he was like, it was, but we were young,
Yes.
we were
Yeah,
really,
all
really
right.
young.
Was that 96?
No.
We shot that in like 95.
Yeah,
So it came out
94,
95.
94.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we were babies.
early 20s.
I just remember, I do remember just loving that when we robbed the bank. Like being inside the bank, you know what I mean? And that whole scene. And
Yeah, especially that big one. I had fun with that and backing up, shooting down the block.
That was awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun. Just going to test our guns. It was like you got to shoot all of these crazy guns.
Oh, with Dre, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, like with Dre, but no, when we actually went to choose the type of guns that we would
gun
shoot
range.
in the movie,
Yep.
we got to shoot all kinds of stuff. I think my favorite part of Set It Off was really, Gary made us spend a lot of time with each other. He made us go to lunch with each other, hang out with each other. He really wanted to get this chemistry, but every time we were about to rob a bank, we would go into one of our trailers, throw back a shot of tequila, and throw on this record by Hole. Go on, take anything, take anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we would get hyped, and then and we would go rob that.
Go rob that bank.
You know what I mean? Like, we pumped each other up, and we go get it.
I reached out to my viewers this morning asking for some fan questions, and someone named Tamika Spencer wanted to know if you were to go on a girls trip in real life, what would be a mix of music you would have with you? What's the necessary soundtrack to a girls trip?
Oh, you gotta have a little bit of everything.
you gotta
gotta have
have-
some hip hop.
Yep.
You gotta have some metal. I would definitely take some Skin Dread with me.
Pantera?
I'd take a little Pantera.
Yeah,
I'd take a little bit of
sure.
Pantera.
That's right, that's
Definitely. Gotta have some Pantera.
That's right.
Gotta have some pop. Gotta have some Biggie.
I have to take some Bob Marley for sure.
Bob Marley.
And some Stevie. And then definitely have to take my alternative playlists and any kind of whatever's cracking right now.
Yeah.
I have to have the current things.
Get some smooth
throwback.
R&B
Yeah.
with some with her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
See,
They're-
just gonna have a whole playlist of them things.
They're-
Some SZA,
they're wrapping
some
up.
Riri,
Yeah.
some B.
I was researching and I had no idea. Is this actually true that your name, when you got that Queen Latifah when you were 8 years old, is that true that you read it in a book?
Right.
That is so amazing. Do you remember that moment?
I do. I remember that book and the name of Latifah. I had a cousin named Latifah, but I didn't know what her name meant. When I read it, it meant delicate, sensitive, kind, nice, and I felt like I felt like that was me. I was big for my age, but I really was all those things inside. So
You are.
Yes.
I didn't know that's what your name meant. It fits you perfect.
I didn't. That's a great story. You were 8 years
And
old.
you are the queen
It was
of
hard
that.
to say Dana. I couldn't get used to Dana at 8. It took me a minute to grow into Dana. I was
Right.
like, Dana? Hi.
It was an absolute pleasure sitting across from you.
Yeah, looks
It was
pretty.
so cool to be up here on the zip line set. There's a great line at the beginning of the film about the idea that when a group of girls has their one song, and I'm curious, when you get together with your friends, do you have a one song that you listen to? What's your one song?
What is it? Our song is, well, me and my friends is Big Booty Hoes Pop With It,
That's mine too.
right?
You know
I-
what?
I- it was
That's
we-
so obvious and cliche that would be your song.
Yeah,
though.
it's-
I was like,
I know.
duh.
Yeah. Do you have a song as well?
I don't know anything from the 90s. You know, I like some SWV. Like,
Yeah.
I love 90s.
Okay, SWV is
I love 90s hip hop. I love like 90s R&B. You put anything from the 90s and I'm up.
If a girls are taking a girls trip though, what needs to be on the mix? Like if there's a mix of like couple songs, besides those songs, what needs to be on there?
Some Mary J.
It's got to be Mary J. And
Yeah.
I need Heartbreak Mary J. I need the KC Mary J.
So we all can sing.
Yeah.
So we all can sing.
Yes, yes.
It gotta be some Mariah,
It's got to be some Puff.
some
you know,
Puff.
it's-
Okay.
You gotta have some Tupac.
Yeah. Some
You gotta-
Biggie. You gotta have some Biggie.
You gotta have some Shania Twain too.
Ooh.
You don't respect.
Oh, I don't know if I'd have Shania on there, but I'm not mad
Oh,
at
I got Shania on my mix.
it.
Okay.
That's
Shania on my
interesting.
mix.
Big booty.
Yeah,
it's
and
nice.
Shania.
I have
Yeah.
Britney on mine too.
I like Britney.
Don't you know that I'm toxic?
Whoa.
Yeah. I'd have some Beyonce on there.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Beyonce. Some Destiny Child.
Yes. That's
You
what
mentioned
it's
Diddy. Now that moment in the film is amazing. I am curious. The beauty of that is you shooting it at the actual Essence Festival at a real
Yes.
show. Do you get to do that only one time since it's an actual
One time only. We only got to do that one time. And I was shocked when he was like, come on, and he actually helped me to the stage.
So you didn't plan this.
Well,
No.
we
We
knew that
knew he was gonna come over, but not that
we
she was
didn't,
gonna go on
yeah, we
stage.
didn't know that I was going to go on stage.
Oh wow.
So when he like helped me up and everything, I
That's
was
why.
like, oh my
That's
God.
why Latifah was so excited and boosted her up.
boosted me up. At first I was like, she grabbed my booty, but I don't care about the dance with Diddy. Like, and I gave him all the business. He got side of my face on his shoulder, and we had a blast.
That is now. I know this is something I'm probably not gonna be able to put on TV. I'll put it on our YouTube channel. But that grapefruit scene is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my
Did your
entire
wife watch
life.
it?
She watched it with me at the same time.
Did she learn
And what
anything
had
from the grapefruit thing?
That
Did
has
you get grapefruit yet?
not yet. But
I
I
think
do
that's
want to
gonna
know
happen.
how many takes that was, how many grapefruits there was.
It was 6 takes, I believe. I think it was 6, maybe
I
8.
wasn't there. I was so.
It might have been 6 or 8 takes because I kept laughing. Because you know when you get a banana in the back of your throat, you can't help but to laugh. And when you look, it was easy. I had practiced the night before, right? I was like, the night before. And so I had
on a
it
banana.
down.
Look, I'm like, was it on a banana?
No, it was in real life. But I had practiced the night
That's
before.
what I
And then
thought.
when I looked over at Jada and Queen, it kept making me laugh. So, but it took about 8 times.
That is the funniest thing I've ever.
But we had it in the first take.
I want to tell
with
you.
the pulp all on my face and everything, I made sure I put my face in it and everything.
I want to tell you that I was in a movie theater. People were laughing for 5 minutes after it. I missed 5 minutes of the movie because we couldn't stop laughing.
So
It
you
was-
gotta go see it
Yeah, I gotta
again.
see it again. You know, one thing I love about you. Obviously, you're from DC. I work at near Friendship Heights. That's where
Yeah.
our station is. Can you talk about how DC has played a role in your comedy? Like, what is it about DC that's kind of added to your comedy over the years? Like, do you pull things from DC? I mean, I know it's kind of a
Yeah.
loaded question, but
I don't know. You know what? DC probably, for me growing up, living in DC, which was in the hood. This is pre-gentrified Washington, which is completely down.
where were you in DC?
I was near 5th and Kennedy, so
Okay.
like 5th and Missouri, near Coolidge, but then I went to Catholic school. So I always had a mix of 2 different worlds. You know, I always had the Catholic school, because I went to Immaculata. So I had Immaculata, and I think just probably seeing how similar we were. You know, all people are, even though they're from different walks of life or different financial backgrounds. I think in DC always, DC was special. I had a lot of confidence coming from DC, you know,
Cool.
especially as a young black girl.
Chocolate.
We had a black mayor, although he smoked crack, he did make sure that we all had jobs in the summertime.
Right.
And now my childhood friend is the mayor of DC, Muriel.
For real?
Wait, you know Mayor Bowser?
That's my best friend's cousin. I grew up with Muriel.
She's on our station all the time.
Oh, is she?
Can you give her a message?
Yeah. Muriel, I won't tell what we've done on our trips because you're a mayor now.
That part.
And some things are best kept secret.
I need to get out of jail free card
Yeah.
when I come to your city.
But Muriel's great, and she's doing such a great job.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Yeah.
I love her. It's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you knew her. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, probably since she was 4 or 5. I mean, we literally, I love you too. We grew up together.
That's
so
awesome.
It was exciting. I was like, Muriel, it's crazy to think that she's the mayor.
It's awesome.
Right?
Well, it wrapped me up. It was awesome talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Tiffany,
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure.
Great
Regina,
meeting you.
Always a pleasure to see
Thank
you.
you.
And,
You too.
And congratulations. Stay married as long as you
I
can.
will. Thank you for this crazy. Talk about how many times did you have to go across when you did the scene?
Just a couple times, back and forth.
Yeah.
A couple times we had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few times.
Were you freaked out at all? Were you nervous?
No, I'm into that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
couldn't wait to get over so we could see what the heck this one was going to be. Like, this was what we were all waiting for. Like,
Yeah.
because we knew this was the big gag.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was funny as hell.
So good.
I mean, you had to see it from up here.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting here. This is so cool. I was just telling you, I just rewatched Set It Off the other day. A masterpiece. F. Gary Gray's an absolute genius.
Yes, he is.
And like seeing you two back on the screen together makes me so happy. But I'm just curious, do you have a favorite memory from that set? And do you still bring it with you today? Like, do you talk about a memory from that set? Uh-oh. I see you laugh.
I'm just laughing because I just remember how young me and F. Gary Gray were. Do you remember we were
Wow.
always at each other?
Y'all were.
We were always at each other, me and Gary.
Really?
Yeah, we
Yep.
were just at each other all the
I
time.
was too new to even be at anybody. I didn't have enough juice to be at
I
anybody.
didn't even know, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just like, Gary, and he was
Yep.
like, yeah, it was, but we were young, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
We were
super young.
really,
All
really
were.
young.
Was that 96?
We
No.
shot that in like 95.
Yeah,
So it came out
94,
95.
90,
Yeah,
94.
95,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we were babies.
early 20s.
I
Great
just
film.
remember, I do remember just loving that.
Shot of tequila and
Yeah.
like threw on this record by
was it?
Hole. Go on, take anything, take anything.
Oh, wow.
We don't
Yeah.
want to. I mean, we would get hyped and then
Yep.
then we would go rob that.
Go rob
back.
that thing.
You know what I mean? Like we pumped each other up and we go get it.
I reached out to my viewers this morning asking for some fan questions, and someone named Tamika Spencer wanted to know if you were to go on a girls trip in real life, what would be a mix of music you would have with you? What's the necessary soundtrack to a girls trip?
Oh, you gotta have a little bit of everything.
you
You gotta
gotta
have
have-
some hip hop.
Yep.
You gotta have some metal. I would definitely take some Skin Dread with me.
Pantera?
I'd take a little Pantera.
Yeah.
When we robbed the bank, like being inside the bank. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that whole scene. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially that big one. I had fun with that and backing up, shooting down the block.
That was awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun. Just going to test our guns. It was like you got to shoot all of these
yeah.
crazy
Oh,
guns.
with Dre, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, like with Dre, but no, when we actually went to choose the type
the
of
guns.
that we would
Gun
shoot
range.
in the movie,
Yep.
we got to shoot all kinds of stuff. I think my favorite part of Set It Off was really, Gary made us spend a lot of time with each other. He
Yeah.
made us go to lunch with each other, hang out with each other. He really wanted to get this chemistry, but every time we about to rob a bank, we could go into one of our trailers, throw back and
All right, so I'm geeking out because my favorite scene in the movie is the zip line scene. And this is it right here.
Yep.
I didn't know this was the exact location. Talk
Oh, yeah.
about how many times you filmed it, and also how did they do that element of it? How did they do that?
Well, they had a pack of Gatorade on my back.
Is that why it was yellow?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, how did they do that?
Yes, and I had a tube that went from my back to, a specific spot on my thigh. And that's how we did that gag. And we had to do it a couple of times, actually.
Yeah.
To get it
'cause
right.
It went big. It was
Yeah,
funny
we
to
had
watch.
to get the right amount to
It
come
went
out.
crazy a couple of those takes.
I feel bad for those extras who are down there. That's